Okay, I'm going to call the meeting of July 21st, 2022, Plan and Zoning to order. I want to remind everyone that there are agenda item sheets out on the table out there between the two double doors. Remind commissioners to turn on your mics and make sure you speak clearly into them. Also remind everybody to shut off their cell phones at this time. I greatly appreciate it. And I want to thank, of course, anyone that's watching on YouTube or Channel 192. I want to recognize that Craig Collins with City Planning's here, Miss Chrissy Turner with Administrative Assistance here, Mr. Wallace Trimbath with the Deputy City Attorney, and Liz Becker, Director of Community Development, are present. And our liaison for City Council is not present. I will consider taking the minutes, approval for the minutes of June 16th, 2022.
I move we approve those minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. First and second, any discussion? Okay, go ahead and cast your vote. And record the vote.
All members voting aye, the motion passes.
What's my name? How come Vickery's on there twice?
Oh.
So am I. That's good.
My name is not on the board.
Huh. Yeah, and Carol's on there. Or at least our list looks
Yeah,
different than
no, it's
the
way
reality.
different.
Maybe it doesn't matter.
Maybe we should do a thumbs up this time.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do thumbs up instead this go around. Good catch. You guys are popular. High five.
Yes.
All right. I'd like to advise all the applicants it takes 4 affirmative votes to carry a motion, not just a simple majority of those members present. Anything less than 4 is a denial. Applicants can postpone their public hearing until next month in anticipation for more planning and commissioning members being present if they so desire. Our case this evening is sub 177, 2022, a vacation of replat of Lot 1, the Plaza Addition number 2 to create the Plaza Addition number 3 Sunrise Shopping Center property. Applicant Casper Sunrise LLC. Staff report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Application has been made to replat Lot 1, the Plaza Addition number 2 to create the Plaza Addition number 3 subdivision. The property encompasses 17.2 acres more or less and is the location of the Sunrise Shopping Center. The property is owned C2 general business. The proposed replat is subdividing a single lot into 5 new lots ranging in size from an acre to 9 acres in size. All lots have frontage on public streets as required, and there is no minimum lot size in the C2 zoning district. I would just like to note that this case was continued starting in May, continued again in June, so we do have to act on it tonight. There's no recommended conditions from staff. We have 2 public comments that you all should have received, and I have 8 exhibits to enter. A is the replat application, B, copy of the plat, C, vicinity map, D, legal notice, E, notice of public hearing consent to property owners within 300 feet, F, memo to the chairman and members of the Planning and Zoning Commission, G, public comment from Brenda Harvard, and H, public comment from Terry Rasmussen. That concludes my report.
Thank you. I now declare the public hearing open for the consideration case sub 177, 2022. The hearing will be conducted in accordance to the state statute, the rules of the planning and zoning, and other applicant laws. I would ask those individuals who address the commission to approach the lectern, identify yourself, and state your address. Would the person representing the case sub 17722 come forward and explain your application?
Good afternoon. My name is Chuck Hawley. My address is 1717 Luker Drive, Casper. and I am an owner representative for Casper Sunrise LLC, who owns Sunrise Shopping Center, and I'm here to address any of your questions or concerns.
Do you mind explaining a little bit about what your plans are with it?
Sure. So just in general, we have partners. We have 8 partners, and we have partners that are in their mid-70s, and we have partners in their early 50s. So the what interest some of the partners have don't necessarily align with the other partners, which is fine. So we want to create a situation where if some of the partners want to go and develop, such as the land in the back, that we're in a situation then this partnership could sell it to another partnership to be able to do something like that. We also, if you're aware, that we've done a major remodel of the restaurant, liquor store, and bowling alley. And so we've created an operation there. We're in the real estate business. We spent the last 9 months, maybe a little more, almost 12 months, learning and educating ourselves about the entertainment industry. And we're trying to do a first-rate operation there. But it's not necessarily the intent of all the partners to be involved in that once it's completed. So the parcel mapping will allow for partners to either choose to stay in that operation or to exit that operation. So it's really just about some flexibility. There may be outside interest in one or a couple of these parcels, but we really, other than to create the ability to be flexible within our partnership, is really the sole purpose.
Okay, thank you. Does any of the commissioners have any questions for him?
Mr. Chairman, I was just wondering, there's plenty of curb cuts up there, isn't there? I know there's, how many curb cuts are at Sunrise?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, there's quite a few curbs.
At least 6.
I've never counted though.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of curb cuts for
Yes.
potential businesses
Yes.
in the future.
What do you mean by curb cuts?
Oh, curb cuts to drive in on, off the,
Entrances into the,
Entries, okay,
yeah,
all
entry.
right.
That's all
Okay, any other questions?
I might just add that the land in the back, number one, when we do get interest in people inquiring about that land in the back, our first question is, what is your use? They call and say, what's the price? And before we answer anything, we say, what is your use? So we're not going to allow anything to be sold and developed behind Sunrise Shopping Center that wouldn't be complementary to the community and specifically to our shopping center. I can tell you that all of the interest that there has been so far has been all residential type use, from patio homes to condominiums.
Okay. So in the back of the shopping center, if they were to put something back there, will there be enough space for cars to go behind there? And if they did what you're saying, condominiums or anything of that residential, are you guys is all the partners going to allow them to possibly people park in the parking spots in the back, or is that going to be private where they can't?
Well, so throughout, I mean, for right now, I mean, if you went up there at 3:15 in the afternoon, you would say that we allow for the entrance into Sunrise to be blocked off, and all of the parents for Crest Hill park in our parking lot. The kids come over to go. So we're just very community oriented in assisting those kind of things. But our design would allow for parking. The couple of things that we've looked at to design accommodate the parking within the parcel that would be subdivided. To answer your question, yes, there's, I think at least 25 or 30 feet between the deepest part of the shopping center and the parcel line for the land, so that we would create, yes, because we want all of our tenants and all of their employees to park in back of Sunrise, so that the customers have the front parking in the front.
Perfect, okay. Awesome, thank you. Does anybody else have any questions? All right, well, thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay, as required by the state law, we have to invite people to comment in favor of or in opposition to all the public hearings. Is there anyone in the audience wishing to speak in favor of the case or oppose the case? And seeing nobody in the audience, we will move forward. There being no one else, I now declare the public hearing closed and entertain a motion to approve, forward, or do pass recommendation to the City Council, deny or table case number sub 177/2022 regarding the plat.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve SUB 177/2022.
Okay,
Second it.
okay. Any discussion? No discussion?
Mr. Chairman, it's always been a commercial area. Unlike some of you, I can remember when the shopping center was built. And it's, like I said, it's always been a very popular commercial area, so I'm certainly all for it.
Awesome. Okay, with no other comments, let's go ahead and vote.
Thumbs up.
Yeah,
Oh, we gotta do it by.
thumbs up.
With all members voting aye, the motion passes.
Okay, that concludes for our cases this evening. Moving on to special issues. My understanding is, Mr. Trimbath, you have,
We do have a special issue, Mr. Chairman. As you all know, we had one commissioner resign, Ms. Johnson, and so that leaves an opening for vice chairperson. And I'll be happy to walk everyone through the process and get a new vice chairperson if you would like, or you can handle it. It's up to you. It's your call.
my only question is have we searched out or found a new person to replace her? I know it was short notice, but I wasn't sure if there was by chance anybody that was a potential.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, not yet. We're gonna open that up and advertise in the newspaper like we typically do and on the website, and I'm sure council will wanna probably take a look at those candidates closely. So it takes a little bit of time, so probably within the next month or so.
Okay, perfect. If you want to go ahead and proceed, we would greatly appreciate it.
Okay, we'll just walk you through. So what we would need from the commission is a motion to open nominations for the position of vice chairperson.
Okay,
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All right. Then are there any nominations from the commission for someone to be vice chairperson?
I'll nominate Mary Beth.
I'll second that.
I'd like to nominate Vickery.
I'll second that.
Are there any other nominations? All right, then the nominations are now closed, if that works for the commission.
Cool.
All right, so we have 2 people nominated, and now it's just a simple vote, and we can do it by ballots or we can do it with thumbs up. It's up to you. What's easier? You have a preference?
No.
Thumbs up is fine.
Yep, I agree. Thumbs up is faster and easier.
Yes, that's good.
And just to help with the discussion, is one of the other of you have a real strong feeling that you'd like to, or one who'd not like to?
Well, I'm fairly new on the commission, so I thought maybe Vickery might be a better candidate.
Well, you might be new, but I think you can definitely shoulder it.
Any other discussion that you'd like to have about the nominations?
I'm here 90% of the time. I was gone one time. This one I was planning on being gone. I don't foresee in the future me being gone very often or at all for the rest of the year, but you just never know. So I guess it's also a commitment issue with me is, can you be sure that you're here when we need you? If I'm gone, this one kind of turned into, first person, yes, then it, no, and then the third person, and I made arrangements. So I guess my question to you, either of you, is the commitment part. Between your daily lives, which is very important, your family, your work, whatever you're doing, but also being here for this. Is that one would commit more than the other? Or, I'm sorry to ask that, but it is important.
Well, I do travel for work and I have 2 small kids, so I am committed to being, I have all these on my calendar, but I have had to miss a couple the past few months, so it does happen.
I'd probably miss a couple during the year.
That didn't help me.
I appreciate the question.
But that's okay, all right. I don't have anything further. Anybody else?
Then we would just need a motion to close nominations and vote.
I motion that we close nominations.
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor of voting
Closing.
this end of the... And all those in favor of voting for Ms. Hall? All right, we have our new vice chairperson. Congratulations.
That's why you were the popular one on the side. No, I'm
So
just
I can
kidding.
vote for myself twice.
And with that, the meeting goes back to the chairperson.
Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Communications, commissioners, or commission, anything? Anybody have anything? No. Community Develop Director. Ms. Liz.
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, staff has been visiting about wanting to get together for a training and just a chance to have a meeting amongst ourselves, talk a little bit about the YOPAS conference that many of you all attended. We also want to do some training on motions and even working with the different exhibits that you all get in your packets. So those are some of the topics. And so Christy had gone back and kind of looked at what you all had communicated in the past about days of the week and times. And what we've looked at, and you all may have your calendars with you tonight, you may not, but we're either looking at Tuesday, August 2nd, from 1:30 to 2:30, because I understand lunch is not always the best time for meetings. So it is a Tuesday, August 2nd, 1:30 to 2:30, and we're looking at an hour. Or that Thursday of that week, August the 4th, for an evening meeting, so right after work, 5:30 to 6:30. And I don't know, Mr. Chairman, if you all want to make a decision this evening, but again, we're talking about an hour's worth of time for a little get-together.
For are you guys good discussing this now? Would you like to email it later?
I'd rather
Second's fine with me.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I'd rather make a decision now if we can.
For me, Tuesday the 2nd is not going to work. My wife will be out of town for her work, and I have kids between work, cheerleading, and other things. 3 kids in one day plus my own work. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. No offense.
I'm not available that Tuesday either.
Okay.
I am available Thursday.
Me, as I am as well. Thursday the 4th, 5:30 to 6:30. Is that a problem for anybody else here?
Works fine for me.
Yeah, I can do it. I could do either one, so that one's just fine.
Mr. Terry?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Whatever day you pick, I'm fine.
So the
Okay.
evening timeframe works versus the daytime.
Well, I could do the day of Thursday too, or is that the evening is better for everybody?
Yeah, normally I would be fine with it anytime, just that day she's out of town, so I'm what my kids call the shafoober. I take them everywhere and I do the cooking. So my youngest says, shafoober dad.
So, Mr. Chairman, again, we're on, as of now, August the 4th, 5:30.
Or 5:30, 6:30.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That all work for everybody?
That works perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you all. That was it.
Thank you. Our liaisons aren't here. Has there been meetings for OYD, and has anybody been able to attend if there has been?
We did a walking tour in OYD,
Okay,
and that was fun. And we were identifying different areas for art, and spent, I don't know, about an hour, Christie, wasn't it? Yeah.
now toured where?
Well, we walked
Or
around
walked.
the old Yellowstone district.
Oh, the
And so
whole
it was a
district, oh,
walking
okay.
tour.
Gotcha, okay.
And then a lot of the electrical boxes, you know, we identified to have some wrapped art on those.
Awesome.
And so some good ideas came out of that.
Mr. Chairman, I was just curious, Meredith, if I may, residential electric boxes, if I have a big one in front of my house on the side, I'd like to get that painted. Does a residential person have to pay to get it painted, or just volunteer, or what?
I would have to yield to Liz.
It would be Rocky Mountain Power's decision.
So I give somebody my address and,
You have to clear it with Rocky Mountain Power first.
okay.
Okay. If I remember right, there wasn't gonna be a historical preservation, for this month. There wasn't, correct? Okay, cause I remember that, cause I was like, yeah, the, months that I have off, I could've went, they canceled. So hopefully I have, I can make it to, August 1. Any other comments, concerns, thoughts, opinions from the commission? No? Okay. Our next so we will have a training on August 4th between 5:30 and 6:30. And then our next commission meeting will be August 18th. Thank you. Just for the record.
We have one case on that agenda as well, annexation.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, and I guess the staff is looking for, are you taking applications for another commission member, or?
We haven't started, but we will shortly. Yes.
Yep. Okay, motion for adjournment.
adjourn.
Right. Okay, thumbs up. We are adjourned.
Thanks all.